Can I just go ahead and put out one pick that I will be making on the show tomorrow? Browns, the Broncos. Yeah, Broncos are laying 2.5 points. Broncos are minus 135 on the money line. The Browns are plus 115. The total set at 35 and a hook. Broncos money line. Oh, yeah. Matt's shaking his head. Go ahead. Bring it. It's time. I haven't bet on Russell Wilson in probably 3 or 4 years. Easy. This is the Broncos' time. They've won 4 straight. That defense is lights, or the under is also a good call here. You got Russell Wilson versus DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. I looked up Russell Wilson's stats last night. Surprisingly good. Seriously. And I'm a guy who's bagged on Russ as much as anyone. But I will give credit where credit is due. He has quietly had a nice season. That defense has come a long way since Miami dropped 70 on them. They're playing at home. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be ugly. I think the under's going to hit. But I'm going to go Broncos on the money line.
I was going to say, you might as well just take them on the money line instead of laying the 2.5, because that's where it gets a little tricky. If you have a total of 35.5, points are clearly at a premium. And this is what we saw unfold last game for the Denver Broncos, where they won, but they didn't cover the 2.5 point spread. So I think you should play this one a little bit safer. Just play them on the money line. You're right. I was looking up stats when we were going to have that MVP discussion. And you're right. Russell Wilson is right up there with some of the best numbers in all of football. 19 touchdowns this year to only 4 interceptions. And I know a lot of it has to do with the fact that he hasn't really been throwing the ball that much. But still, the turnovers have been limited this year. And I think that's all they're asking for Russell Wilson. It's just give us a mediocre baseline performance. And I think he's doing that and more for this offense. So this is a team that's definitely on the rise. And I'm not sure if I trust the magic of the Browns and DTR to continue when they have to play in the Mile High City. That is not an easy place to play. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick out my favorite teaser options. If you've never played a teaser, well, you're in for a treat. What you do is you get 6 points in your favor either way, and you got to combine them up, at least in a 2-team teaser, to get, I think, minus 130, minus 125, or you can do a 3-leg teaser for plus 160. So I'm looking at the board now, and we were just talking about having some action on Thanksgiving. I do think there are 2 great teaser leg options on Turkey Day. I'm going to go with the Lions at home. The line is 7.5. You get it down to 1.5 at home over the Packers. The Lions offense looks much better at home. Jared Goff, his completion percentage goes up a full 5%. I don't think that the Lions maybe cover that 7.5, but I do think they can win by at least 2 points at home. Next up, we're going to go out west. It's going to be the favorite in the Niners and the Seahawks game. This line's 6.5, so you get 6 points in your favor. You just need the Niners to win this game. This Niners offense is absolutely cruising. Then you go with the Seahawks here, and you look at their offense and say, okay, Geno Smith banged up. We're not sure who's playing or if he's going to be 100% in that one. So I will take the Niners at a game that they just have to win. So there you have it. I'm going to do Lions minus 1.5 at home over the Packers, and the 49ers on the road minus 0.5. So Jenks, who ruins my Turkey Day teaser?
No one. You're a winner. Spin it ahead of time. I can't make a case. Maybe, Seahawks, maybe, I guess. They get some inspired performances from Geno Smith, who plays even though his arm is banged up. They got the 12th man in Seattle. It's a letdown spot for the Niners after a big couple wins. They're going against a divisional opponent. I don't know. I'm trying to make a case against it, but of the two, I would say the Niners, just because they have to go on the road in a difficult environment, and the Seahawks are a more formidable foe. I don't see the Lions losing that game at all. Certainly not. Certainly just holding on by a point. So I would say the Niners are the one team that has a possibility of running your teaser. I wonder when there's a firing like this, it's a Tuesday, the game's on Sunday. Can you really have a large impact on a bad offense, a moribund offense in such a short period of time, no matter who takes over for him?
Well, if you're that bad, just removing yourself from the building sometimes can make the team better. We saw it with the Raiders. When Josh McDaniels left the premises, it feels like the team got better just by not having him there. So maybe we will see some sort of vibe change with the Steelers, but I think Kenny Pickett still has some proving to do as well, because this is not all at the feet of Matt Canada. There are so many problems with that Steelers offense that we'll see if he's the problem this game.
That will be interesting. I know Steelers fans are celebrating right now. Good for you guys. I'm an outsider. I don't have a dog in the fight. And even I was like, oh, my God. Whew, this offense is brutal. And I wonder, too, if Kenny Pickett is the answer in Pittsburgh. I just don't think he is. I feel like he's just this stopgap guy who, all right, he's okay. They need a quarterback, a real franchise quarterback. And I know that in today's day and age, we're very quick to pull the trigger on any young guy. And sometimes it does take time for quarterbacks to develop. But I don't even see Kenny Pickett showing flashes where it's like, oh, look at that. Like even here in D.C., say what you want to about the Commanders, there are times when Sam Howell will show a flash or two where he has a live arm. You're like, that is a throw that not many people can make. And he's played less than a year in the NFL. But, man, I don't think Kenny Pickett is the guy at all. And I am going to hammer Texas. I will go more into this tomorrow when we have our pick six for NFL and college football. This is a game Texas has been waiting on since the start of the season, when the Big 12 commissioner, who's going to be in attendance, as I've said on this show, Double D, don't you do it. Don't you get... God, I'm trying to be good here. I'm trying not to go up. I'm going to hold my anger and my vitriol until tomorrow. But let me say this. This is an ass-kicking weeks in the making. Senior night in Austin. The commission's going to be there. Oh, yeah, they're going to try to screw us with a few calls. We know it. If Texas wins, we go to the Big 12 championship game, and Texas Tech has done nothing but smart off all season long. There was an article yesterday in the Lubbock Avalanche Journal. Is Texas scared to play Texas Tech? Is that why they're not playing again when Texas joins the SEC? Are you effing kidding me? Do you think Texas is sitting around saying, don't schedule Texas Tech? Oh my God. Texas in a landslide. It is time for a good old-fashioned butt-kicking out by the woodshed. And it's going to happen. Give them hell. Go, Horns, go. That's all I have to say, Jesse.
Excellent job at maintaining your composure there, sir. Even though I thought I was going to see like a vein in your head start popping out and you were going to have an aneurysm by trying to hold in your anger.